Hi, this is Al Woods from Woods Recruiting. Today I want to talk about one chance for student athletes. You only get one chance to go from high school athlete to college athlete, and it's critical that you do everything in your power to achieve that goal. The problem is a lot of student athletes are not achieving that goal. They're making a lot of mistakes in the recruiting process. One of the biggest issues I see is the time factor. You basically have 6 years from middle school to senior year to get something done in recruiting. What I also see is that student athletes are wasting their time. They're participating in club ball, which is fine, travel ball, which is fine. The club team, the travel team situation is fine. Okay, but you got to get your name out to college coaches. There has to be a strategy connected with that. And I'm not seeing that. So what happens by the senior year, you have so many student athletes, thousands of them, and time is running out, and they have not found a college home. They have not found an opportunity. And so, it's a shame. It's a battlefield out there of student athletes who are stuck with nowhere to go. The senior year has rolled around and they have nowhere, there's no college has recruited them. So basically, what's going to happen is that the student athlete is going to end up going to one of those unsigned senior events. Okay? So think about that for a minute. That event suggests that now, after 6 years of wasted time, on one weekend out of 6 years, college coaches are going to now recruit you. It's not going to happen like that. If they're not recruiting you now and it's almost the end of your senior year and you're about to graduate, you've wasted 6 years. You should know by your middle school years whether you have aspirations to continue on with the sport. Regardless of the sport, you have some talent. The talent has to be developed. You got to get more size. You got to get bigger and stronger, faster. But those are the development years, middle school years, and then you're now reaching into high school. Development. So you should know that, hey, you want to pursue this further. If a parent hasn't screwed it up for you or a coach hasn't screwed it up for you, then you know you want to pursue this as you're getting into your high school years. And now you're starting to develop further. You're getting better. You're participating in the travel season during the summer months. You're competing against other talent. You're holding your own. You know you've got something going on. But unfortunately, something has happened with recruiting. You're not getting your name out there. You're not being exposed enough. Not enough college programs see you, know you, recognize you. You don't have a ranking. What are you going to do? How are you going to get your name out there? That's critical. You have all of those years to sit down with your coaches or with your parent or whoever to work out a strategy of getting your name into the hands of as many college programs as possible. Look at all the opportunities. Shoot for D1. If you can't play at that level, go for the next level, Division II. One of the things I see is so many student athletes are focused on D1, and there's nothing wrong with shooting for the best. You're supposed to. Why not? You've been conditioned for your whole career, 6 years, to be the best. So it's only natural you want the best. But if it's not available to you, then the next alternative is Division II. That's not a slap in the face. That's not a step down. Some Division II programs do quite well. Yeah, they're not playing on ESPN. They don't have the big TV coverage. They don't have 18,000 people at a game. If it's basketball, 60,000, 100,000 at a football game like Ohio State or Michigan or Alabama or some of those big-time college programs. But it's still an opportunity to play your sport. It's still an opportunity to go to college and get an education, get a college degree, so you can avoid the minimum wage lifestyle that so many former athletes have fallen into. Yes, there are a lot of athletes who did not go to college for one reason or another. And without that degree that's worth more than gold, powerful commodity, they're stuck in the minimum wage lifestyle. I've seen it happen. Athletes who had all the intangibles. They've had the grades. They had the height, the size, everything needed. But still, somehow, they were slipping through the cracks of the recruiting process. So far through the cracks they had slipped, they became invisible. I hope by listening to this, it's sending shockwaves through your entire system, through your body, that you are so scared of what could happen, what could go wrong, that you're going to take action now. Trust me, I've been in this business for a very long time, and I have seen the devastation in the lives of former high school student athletes, the star athlete. Now they can't show their face in the community. They were a touchdown on Friday night. They were slam dunk on Friday night. They were the home run hitter on Saturday afternoon or whenever they play. And now they're just a faded memory, a faded hometown hero because something went wrong in recruiting. It's not always because they have bad grades or a bad attitude or went to a high school program that sucked or their coach didn't help them. It's just a lot of different unknown factors. It just wasn't your time. I mean, you are now competing against hundreds of other student athletes in your same community, all fighting for the same scholarship, the same financial package, the same recognition to go to college. Everybody is battling for the same thing. You got millions of student athletes throughout the country trying to get into hundreds of college programs. That mathematical equation doesn't add up. Somebody is going to get lost. Somebody is going to get overlooked. And for the student athlete, it's really not your fault, but you have an alternative. You have the time on your side, especially if you're in middle school or you're a freshman or you're in the 10th grade or you're a junior. You got some time to get your name out. You've got some time that summer before your senior year to get your name out where you can be seen. Look at all opportunities. I have been in situations where the student athlete only wanted to look at D1. Okay. And when it wasn't happening, they were still going to keep chasing it. Quarterback. All the college programs had 7, 8, 9, 10 quarterbacks on the roster already. This is D1. Major D1, mid-major D1, low D1. They had a lot of quarterbacks. Opportunity at the Division II level? No, I don't want that. So they had nothing. So then what happens, you'll have a situation where these student athletes play what I call college recruiting musical chairs. And that is a recipe for disaster. So what it is that you'll say, you know what? I'll go to a prep school. And hopefully that will increase my chances at Division I. Or I'll go to a junior college because that will increase my chances for a Division I opportunity. When that doesn't work out, you will say, well, let me try prep school again. These guys seem to know what they're doing. I'll go over here with these guys. And then You might say, let me try a junior college again. Some junior college in a small town, no bigger than your street. Stuck there for 2 years. So that's college recruiting musical chairs. So all you're doing is jump from one school to another, to another, to another, and you've accomplished nothing. I have known student athletes who have done that same exact thing and did not play 1 second in college. Ended up dropping out because it didn't work out and doing something else. Bagging groceries, stocking shelves at Walmart. It's real, people. It's real. So you have to do everything in your power to get recruited because you really only have one chance. There is no second or third chances when it comes to recruiting. You know, you get as many chances as you want buying a lottery ticket. If you don't win today, you can buy another one tomorrow. You can keep buying a ticket every day until you win. Doesn't work that way in recruiting. Once you've used up that chance, it's over. It's done. You don't get another one. There's a lot of ex-athletes out there, a lot of them. And so don't go around saying, well, maybe it wasn't meant for me. Well, maybe it wasn't my time. I played at the wrong school. No. You have the talent. You have the talent now in high school. You're developing your talent from middle school. You've got the talent. You've got it. You just haven't been pointed in the right direction. You haven't been given the right information. You haven't been told the consequences. You're stuck on what somebody else is doing, and it has nothing to do with you. So be careful out there, student athletes. Be careful, parents. Come up with a better plan. Open it up to all the college programs. See what Division I has to offer. If it's not there, go Division II. There's a lot of kids, a lot of them who started the recruiting process late. And when I mean late, it is senior year. The first day of school of senior year is late in recruiting. And then they want to go ahead and give it a shot. And what's going to happen is that the opportunities have disappeared and there's very few available, especially by your senior year. College coaches are not going to wait for you. They're not going to wait around for you to see what you're going to do. Okay. That's all I got on this topic. I'd like to know what you think about this topic. This is a very important topic to me because I have seen it for a very long time and I know the devastation. And I have other stories related to this very topic that are horrible of what happens to student athletes when sports is not in their lives. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. This is Al Woods of Woods Recruiting.